Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a long-awaited, long-requested video, and that is my complete Sezane collection for 2023. So this is everything I currently have in my wardrobe from Sezane. I've totaled it up and I've got 35 items to show you today, which I think is more than I was expecting it to be, although 9 of those are accessories. So there's quite a few little bits and bobs that I've accumulated. But yeah, there's quite a bit to talk you through, so I'm not going to spend ages on each item, but what I will do is I will show you the item, I will show you a try-on clip of it on me, I will tell you whether I still recommend the item after owning it for 1, 2, 3 plus years, and then I'll also tell you whether I bought it brand new, whether I bought it in the archive, so at a reduced price, or whether I bought it second hand. And yeah, I will link all of the pieces that are still available down below in the description box, as well as in the pinned comment on this video if you would like to take a look. But otherwise, I think it's just best if we get straight into it. Okay, first item I should probably show you is this mug, because this is one of my Sezane pieces, one of the 35. I absolutely love this mug and I thought this video was very appropriate for a cup of tea in my Sezane K mug. I don't know if these are still available or not, but if they are, it'll be linked down below. But yeah, absolutely love my Sezane mug. So this is one of my 9 accessories that I have from the brand. But I'm going to start with the rest of the items. I'm going to start with knitwear, because that is by far the biggest category. I have 11 pieces of Sezane knitwear to show you, so let's just jump straight into it. Firstly, I actually have the item I'm wearing. If you're eagle-eyed, you might spot that this is a new item for me. This is a Betty in the navy colour. So I do already own the Betty in rosewood, and I've gone on and on about how much I love it. It's one of my favourite pieces from Sezane nowadays. It's one I recommend to everyone, and I wanted to get my hands on another version of it. And I saw someone selling this navy Betty on a Facebook group I'm part of, kind of people reselling Sezane bits that they don't need or want. I saw someone post this, it was brand new with tags, in a size medium, and I couldn't resist. It was slightly cheaper than it was on the Sezane website. I think it is still in stock at the moment on the website, and I just absolutely love it. I think I love it even more than my rosewood version, because the navy one has this embroidery detail on the pockets and on the sleeves as well, so it's just a little bit extra special compared to the other colours. But yeah, I'm a massive fan of this. As soon as it came from the girl who sent it to me, I put it straight on and I was absolutely in love, and I knew I had to wear it for this video. So this is the length of it. I'm wearing it with some new white jeans that I will be showing you very shortly, but they're from And Other Stories. Absolutely love them. But I just love it. I love it, and I think the Betty is so good for all 3 seasons, maybe not summer, but spring, fall and winter. You can layer it up, you can wear it as it is, you can wear it open, you can wear it closed. I just love it, and it is so comfortable as well, being merino wool. So yeah, I would highly recommend the Betty. I will link the navy one down below, because it is one of the versions that is still in stock in all sizes. Some of them are sold out. I would love to get my hands on more. The ecru, the striped one, the magenta one, all on my wish list. But yeah, had to start with this because it might actually be my favourite piece that I currently own. Although maybe that's just because it's the newest item, I don't know. But yeah, massive fan of the Betty. I'm going to show you the second item that I don't think you've seen unless you watch my shorts, because I did do a try like an outfit of the day with this in my shorts. But this is also a second-hand purchase recently. I've been really into vintage recently, so I've been buying a lot of my Sezane second-hand, and I would definitely recommend it if you haven't tried it, because you can get some real bargains. Both of these were new with tags. This one I think I paid 110, it retails for 130. This one I paid 65 and I think it retails for 95. So you can definitely get some really good deals on stuff that is completely brand new. This is a Barry cardigan, so it is similar to the Gaspard, but it has a V-neck, and it's one that they brought back. It's one that they did quite a few years ago. They discontinued it and then they brought it back recently. It's got these lovely buttons in the same colour as the top. So this, I don't know what this colour is called, but I would call it a fuchsia. And I love it. I did try this on my Instagram as well, and a lot of people said it really suited me. I think this bright pink is in my colour scheme, my colour palette, being more cool toned, and I absolutely love this colour. This one I picked up in a size small, so I would definitely recommend sizing down with the Barry. Similar to the Gaspard, they do run quite big. I could even probably wear an extra small. This fits all right on me, but it's still a little bit loose, a little bit oversized. Itch wise, it's kind of similar to the Gaspard. It is a little bit itchy. I prefer the Betty, way prefer the Betty, but I do still wear this quite a lot, and I do still kind of put up with the slight itchiness because I think it is really lovely. So that is the only other piece I don't think I've reviewed so far on my channel in any long form videos. So I wanted to start with these two pieces, and as I said, both secondhand finds, so really pleased with those. Next up, I'm going to get into the rest of the knitwear. So we have the Angeli. So this is one I bought in December, I think, and I bought it new, so full price. This was one that sold out quite a few times but was restocked, and I managed to get my hands on it. I really like this one. Again, it's one of their mohair blends, so it is on the itchier side, but again, it's one I'm willing to put up with the itch because of the beautiful design. I absolutely love the neckline, the frill detail. It's just so beautiful. And I love the colour as well. It's like a rosy beige, so I think it does suit me better than some more warmer beige tones. This has almost like a pink undertone to it, which I think is really pretty and a little bit different to all of their other knits. And yeah, it's lovely, and it's one I've worn absolutely loads this winter and will continue to wear for the next month or two while it is still fairly cool. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this one, and I think this one is still available as well. So we'll leave it link down below. I got this one in a size small. No, I didn't. I got it in a medium. For some reason I thought I'd got this in a small. I think it's because it fits a little bit smaller than a lot of my other size mediums. I think if I was going to buy this again, I would even go for the small. It's definitely not as oversized as some of their knitwear, but it's also still a little bit oversized, I think. I think maybe a small would fit me better, but I'm very happy with it, and I'm still going to wear it a lot. Next up, we have the cousin of the Betty, the Bettany. This is one that I really love as well. This one to me is more of a wintry piece. It almost feels a little bit thicker than the Betty. I don't actually know if it is, but it does feel slightly thicker, and it's slightly longer as well, so it just feels like there's more material on it. And I think the design of it also lends itself a little bit better to winter, being black, having this big collar. I don't know, it looks very wintry, autumn wintry to me. So I probably won't be wearing this that much more until we get into autumn, so I might put this one away in storage, but I do really love it, and I also do recommend this one. I don't know if this one is still available, unfortunately. They do have it in the all blue version, which I know is still available, but yeah, I really do love the Bettany, and as I said, it's very similar to the Betty. Comparing the two, you've obviously just got the difference of the collar, and then the Bettany is a little bit on the longer side, as you'll see from the try on clips, but other than that, the composition is the same. As I said, it feels slightly thicker, slightly warmer than the Betty, so more appropriate for autumn winter, but I do really recommend it if you can get your hands on it still. I bought mine new from Sezane, and I got it in a size medium. I don't think I could have done a small in this one actually, because the sleeves are a little bit tighter than some of their other knits, so the upper arm I don't think would have fit me in a small very well, so I'm glad I went with the size medium. Okay, we've got my other Betty now, so I'll be quick with this one because it is obviously the same. The only difference with the navy version is, as I said, it has that embroidery. The rest of them don't have that, so they're a little bit more plain, but I still really love the rosewood version. I've worn this so much. This might be one of my most worn pieces this winter. I just love it. It's so comfortable, and as I said, all of the things I said about the navy apply to the rosewood version as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. I got this in a size medium, and I do think going true to size with these is better than sizing down. They don't run very oversized. As you can see, this is the medium on me, and I feel like it is the right size on me. I don't think I'd want a small. I think it would be a little bit too short and a little bit too tight on the arms. So go with your true size, but I would highly recommend these, whether you find them secondhand like I did with this one, or new like I bought this one brand new from Sezane. I think they are worth the full price because of how gorgeous they are, and I also feel like they're really easy to look after. Yes, I hand wash them, but I really don't wash them very often. They're one of those materials that can withstand quite a lot of wear before you feel like you need to wash it, so that's really good as well. So yeah, that is the Betty, and that's the last I'm going to say on that for a while because I feel like I've talked about the Betty so much recently. Another one I've spoken about loads is the Leontine. This is another firm favourite of mine. This is one of my older Sezane purchases, although this colourway I only got about a year ago, but I did have the opposite colourway. Before that I had the ecru with the navy stripe, and I love the Leontine. I'm almost thinking I want to add another one. I do quite like the red one actually that they have at the moment. They're just so good, and I think they're a really good spring jumper actually, although I do wear them through all seasons. I think they most suit themselves to spring because they are a looser weave. They're not as chunky or as heavy or as thick as a wool or cashmere or mohair jumper, being 100% cotton. They're quite lightweight and breathable, and I just think with a pair of white jeans, I finally have my white jeans now, these would look really good basically. So quite a similar vibe obviously to my Betty as well, but yeah, absolutely love the Leontine. I got mine in a medium. I would also say stick true to size with the Leontine rather than sizing down. It doesn't come up that oversized. It's also slightly on the shorter side, so you wouldn't want to size down too much because I think it would be too short. So yes, highly recommend. You can tell I really don't have that many pieces of knitwear that I don't recommend, just because I think it's what Sezane do best. So I generally think that almost all of their knitwear is worth paying for. There are a couple of pieces that I'm like maybe less fond of, mainly because of itchiness, but other than that I think all of the designs are beautiful, the colours are gorgeous, and yeah, I think they're a fair price for what they are. This one is no exception. This is more of a simple one. This is the Sammy jumper. This one I bought again, I want to say in December or January. Can't quite remember, maybe January. It's part of a set. I'll show you the skirt in a second. But this is a really simple, quite plain jumper other than the button detail on the sleeve, but it's just a really good staple to have. I love myself a navy, as you can tell. Yeah, this one sold out multiple times with the matching skirt, but it is actually available now in both the navy and in the beige colour. So if you wanted to get your hands on the Sammy Nell combination but you didn't manage to get it the few times it sold out, I will link it down below because, as I said, it's available in pretty much every size now, which is really nice to see because it was really difficult to get hold of for a good few months there. I absolutely love the navy version. I don't think I would buy the beige one just because I don't think it would suit me as well, and I worried that the light colour would kind of be a little bit more unflattering in the skirt, but in the jumper I think it would be absolutely fine as well. But yeah, absolutely love it. Another one, although I say Sezane's knitwear runs a little bit oversized, this is another one I would stick true to size with because it isn't very oversized. I got mine in a medium. I could even do a large in this actually because it is quite short. I think it's short because it's meant to pair specifically with the skirt, so you don't want it to be too long because the skirt is high-waisted, so that's probably why. But yeah, I wouldn't size down in the Sammy jumper. I bought mine new from Sezane, finally managed to get my hands on it. It's a merino cotton blend, so gorgeous material. And obviously it goes with the Nell skirt, so this is just a knitted midi skirt in the same colour. I love it as a set, but I do wear it as separate as well, so it is quite versatile. It is also in the merino wool cotton blend. So gorgeous. It's a little bit less soft than the 100% merino wool, but it's still really lovely. And yeah, I do really recommend these. I think the quality is really nice. They hand wash relatively easily, and again, something like this you don't really need to wash that often. I got mine in a size large, which is equivalent to a UK 12, and I would say it fits me fine, so I would say it runs true to size, this one. Absolutely love this set. It's one I probably won't wear that much more, although no, I will wear it in spring actually with some knee-high boots, but then obviously come kind of May time-ish I'll probably put it away into storage, but one I can see myself getting out for many autumn and winters to come. Oh, I'm feeling quite out of breath from all this talking and we're only like a quarter of the way through. The next jumper I have to show you is one that I haven't shown as much on my channel. This is the Gabby jumper. So this one I actually got as a Christmas present, but I did get it in around December. Well, obviously I got it in December. I got it on the 25th of December specifically. Yeah, it was a Christmas present, so I haven't shown it as much just because I find it a little hard to style because of the low back. It is beautiful and I actually love the low back detail, but I haven't quite figured out the bra situation with this yet. You can wear it as this is the front if you want to, which makes it a little easier to wear because it's just kind of like a low v-neck, but even then it's kind of a little bit annoying with a bra, so I absolutely love it. It comes in tighter at the bottom. and it has cuffs as well, so I do find it quite flattering, and I think it's a beautiful shape, and I absolutely love the colour of it. I love this like bubblegum pink, but yeah, I just need to figure out a bra situation with this so I can wear it more. So one I hopefully will get more wear out of this spring. It is kind of itchy, it is a mohair blend, so if you are very sensitive, I wouldn't recommend this one. It's not one like the Betty that I would recommend to everyone. I think you have to be prepared to put up with the itch or be someone who is just not sensitive to that at all. But yeah, if you like it, it is a beautiful jumper, and I do love this detail. It's just figuring out a practical way to wear it. This one I got in a size medium. It's one I probably could have done a small in hindsight. It's not massively oversized, but I just think because it has this detail, I think it could have done with being a little bit smaller. So maybe I'll sell this and try and rebuy it in a small second hand, because I have actually seen a few of these on Vinted. So that is always an option. I would recommend sizing down one with the Gabby jumper. Okay, we're whizzing through these. Next up we have one of my all-time favourites. This is one that I bought in December 2021, I believe, or November 2021, one of those two anyway, and this is the Manon jumper. This is gorgeous. I absolutely love this jumper. I have worn this so much. I think it's such a pretty feminine jumper, and I love that it's cream, so it's super versatile, super easy to wear with denim, and I just love the details on it. I think it's so special. The shoulders are beautiful, the neckline with this scallop detail is absolutely beautiful, and the composition is really nice as well. I believe this is a wool cotton blend, but let me check for you. I've had this for a while, so I can't quite remember. So it's 55% merino wool, 20% cotton, and 25% polyamide. So it's got a little bit of synthetic in there, but I do absolutely love it. They have a similar version of this now, so they don't sell the Manon, I don't believe, anymore, but they do sell the Moira, which is very similar, and they also sell that in a blue as well, which is lovely, but I absolutely love this kind of creamy off-white colour. It's one piece of knitwear I've worn absolutely loads, and I don't see myself getting rid of anytime soon. I think this is going to be a staple in my wardrobe, and it has lasted really well. I mean, it's a tiny bit bobbled. It could probably do with a debobble, but that's really easy to do anyway. So yeah, absolutely love this and would highly recommend this or similar versions of it. This is one I got in a size small, so I actually did the sizing right with this one, which is probably why I like it so much, because it actually fits me really well. I would definitely recommend sizing it down in this one, because I do think it runs a little bit big, particularly here. It kind of gapes a little bit. Even the small on me is like a touch big round here, but nothing unmanageable. I don't think the extra small would have fit on the arms and things like that, so this is definitely the right size for me, but I would recommend sizing down if you manage to get your hands on the Manon, maybe second hand, or on the Moira, because I think that looks like a very similar fit to the Manon. Okay, we have two more pieces of knitwear. We're almost finished in the knitwear category. Next up we have the Lyre. This was another Christmas present, so I got this in December, and this is really gorgeous. I absolutely love this jumper. I love the scalloped detail around the neckline. It's really beautiful. It has a similar detailing on the cuffs. Can you see that? It's like scalloped around here. It's just gorgeous actually, and I love it that it's in a neutral colour as well. It makes it so wearable, and it means I reach for it all the time, because I am almost always wearing denim in the winter. This one is quite itchy. I would say this might actually be my itchiest jumper, because I don't know, it just feels a little bit more itchy than some of the others, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're sensitive, but if you're not, it is beautiful. This is another one I wish I'd got in a size small. I don't know when I will learn that I need to downsize in most Sezane knits. I got this in a medium. In hindsight, it's a little big on me. I don't mind it, because I don't mind it being a bit oversized, but I think it would fit me better and look better if it was a size small, so that's just my recommendation. I think you should size down one size in this jumper. It's just quite long, as you can see. I don't know if you can appreciate, but it is quite long, so it kind of, because I like to tuck it in at the front, there is quite a lot of excess material, so that is the only thing that I regret about this one, but otherwise absolutely love this one, but don't buy it if you don't like itchy jumpers, because it is quite itchy. And finally we have more of a summery piece of knitwear, I guess. This is the Greta jumper. I bought this last summer. It's really beautiful, it's really simple, and it's very lightweight. It has this lovely lace detail on the back, if you can see that. It needs a little bit of an iron to keep it straight, but yeah, it's got this lovely lace detail on the back, so that's what it looks like at the back. It's really beautiful, and then it's got quite a low v-neck, both at the front and the back, and it's really pretty in the summer when it's a cooler summer day or a spring day and you want something that is a little bit warmer but you obviously don't want to be in like a thick wool jumper. This is perfect. Or for summer evenings as well. I got a lot of wear out of this last summer. I will say it's quite scooped and the shoulders do have a habit of kind of falling off a little bit, so that's the only annoyance with this jumper. You might actually want to size down to prevent that happening. I got mine in a medium. I don't think I could have done a small because of the sleeves. The sleeves aren't that generous, so I think I'd need a medium for the sleeves, but the body itself I could have probably done with a small, especially on the shoulders. So that's just something to bear in mind. The fit is a little bit funny. If you don't want to be constantly tugging at your sleeve to kind of keep it on your shoulder, you might not want to go with this one, but it is really pretty. So swings and roundabouts, I love it personally. I think it's cotton. Let me check. Yes, it's 100% cotton, so it's lovely and breathable and really nice and floaty for the summer. One I haven't worn in ages because it is more of a spring summer piece, but I'm excited to get it back out soon. And that is it. That is knitwear. So that is my 11, it's actually 12 pieces if you include the skirt. So my 12 pieces of knitwear. Absolutely love pretty much all of them, and I'm really content with my knitwear collection. So I'm going to move on now to blouses. So the first one is actually not really a blouse, but I guess I don't know what other category you'd put it in. It's more of like a jersey top. This is the Mina. If my memory serves me correctly, this is the Mina. It might not be called that though, so I'll link it down below and I'll correct myself on screen if it's not, but it's basically a really simple cotton long-sleeved t-shirt. I actually think it's the Mara, now I'm thinking about it. I think it's the Mara. So this is the Mara. It's got this lovely neckline on it. It's really simple, it's really delicate, but it is really lovely, and it's got like embroidery. I don't know what you'd call this. Not embroidery, but something like that. Someone will correct me in the comments for sure. It's 100% cotton. Yeah, it's lovely and soft, lovely and breathable. This is one that I don't always wear. Sometimes I forget I have this just because it's quite plain. But when I want something plain to go with a skirt, like a floral skirt, or whether I want something to go underneath like a blazer or something because a lighter layer, then this is perfect. It looks really good with just a pair of blue jeans if you want a really simple, quite chic Parisian minimal outfit. So yeah, I would recommend this one. They're not too expensive either. Well, they're about £50, but for Sezane, they're on the more affordable side, and I do think the quality is really lovely. I got mine in the size medium, and I would say this runs very true to size. Okay, next up I do have two more sort of blousey blouses. So the first one is this piece, which I haven't shown on my channel in ages because it is a very summery piece, so you might not have seen this before. I also don't remember what this is called. Can I remember off the top of my head? I can't remember, so I'll leave it on screen. Now this is one I got in the archives, so I think this is the first item I'm showing that I got in the archives. It might be the only piece. Might be the only piece I've kept from all of my archives purchases. I can't remember, but either way, this is a really special piece for me actually, because this is the first item from Sezane that I ever saw, that ever came onto my radar, and it was before I had heard of the brand. So I started buying from the brand in 2020, but in 2019, I believe this was part of the summer 2019 collection. I saw this on social media, I saw it on a few people I follow and absolutely loved it. At the time, it wasn't really within my price range. Sezane wasn't really in my price range back then, kind of 4 years ago. So I didn't buy it, but I managed to get my hands on it in 2021, I believe, in the archive. So I got it for a really affordable price. I think I got it for about £45, and it is 100% silk, and I absolutely love it. It holds a special place in my heart because of that. I remember seeing this print in 2019. They had it on a dress as well, and just thinking it was absolutely beautiful, and I'm so glad I have a piece of it now. So it is 100% silk. It's a short sleeved little blouse. It is super lightweight. It almost feels like you're not wearing anything. It's that lightweight and that breathable and just lovely for a really hot day. This is something that I reach for because it's just, yeah, it's so lovely to wear when it is really warm. Mine is in a 38. I didn't have that much choice because it was in the archives and it wasn't available in many sizes. If I bought this new, or if I had the option, I'd go one size down. I think this runs a little big, to be honest. If you can see, obviously I'll show you the try on clip. It's a little big on me, especially kind of because it is quite low here, but it isn't anything unmanageable. I do think the size below would be a better fit, but I'm really happy with this one all the same, and I'm not going to be getting rid of it at all. So yeah, this is one that I don't think you'll be able to get any more, but is really special to me for kind of sentimental reasons. Okay, one more blouse. So I only actually have 3 tops, which really surprised me. I guess I thought I had more because a lot of my tops are knitwear. So yeah, only 3 blouses. I'm definitely looking to add a few more though. So this one is a more recent purchase. This is my Rosewood Chloe. I've shown this loads. This was in my Sezane Heroes video. So you already know my opinions on the Chloe. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's well worth a buy. I think everyone could benefit from having a Chloe shirt in their wardrobe. I absolutely love this. I have gotten so much wear out of this since I bought it in December. It's just been on regular rotation in my wardrobe, both for casual kind of weekends and work events as well. I really love this with a pair of jeans, but I also love it with a pair of black trousers or beige tailored trousers, something like that. I think it works equally well both dressed up and dressed down. I love the collar. I love that you can wear it fully buttoned up, so it's quite a statement almost. And then if you unbutton it, it's a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more casual. I really like the silk of it. I think it's a lovely quality silk. I will say with this one, I steamed a lot of these items before I filmed this video, and this one in particular, the creases just fall out. As soon as the steamer comes anywhere near the top, all of the creases just seem to fall out. So it's super easy to steam or iron and take care of, and it's just, yeah, it's just lovely and lightweight, but also it's definitely not as lightweight as this one. So these are both 100% silk. This is a kind of shinier silk, I guess you would say. It's yeah, it's shinier and it's lighter. This one is a little bit more of a heavyweight silk, and it's a little bit more thicker, and it feels a little bit more rubbery than this one, but they're both beautiful and I love them both. The next category we have are dresses. I have 4 dresses from Sezane. There are definitely a couple of dresses that I have bought in previous years, so last summer and the summer before, that I don't currently own. So if you think of any items that I used to own that I'm not showing in this video, it's because I've sold them on, it's because I wasn't getting the wear out of them. Sometimes I find I got the wrong size. Often that is the case with Sezane. I find myself that I kind of wish that I'd got the size down. I do think generally most of their stuff runs a little bit big. So sometimes, you know, I get a medium or a 10 or a 12 and I wish I'd got the size below, or sometimes I'm just not getting the wear out of the item and I decide to pass it on. So there are a few dresses that has happened to. I can think of about 2 or 3 dresses that I've bought, worn for like a few months, and then at the end of the season decided to sell. So I have 4 currently in my collection. First one is this one. Now this is one I bought last summer and I still absolutely love. I haven't worn it since last summer because this is very much a summer dress to me. I wouldn't wear this in winter because it's short sleeved and it is quite short as well. It's a mini dress. And it's quite a tight fitting. It's more of a bodycon denim dress. So I just like this in summer with a pair of sandals or something similar. I think it's much more of a spring summer piece. So I wore this when I went to Paris last year, absolutely loved it, and I'm dying to wear this again once it gets warmer. One I would definitely recommend. I don't know if it's still available. It's the Thalys dress. I'll leave it linked down below if it is. I got mine in a size 12 because it is tight to the body, so I knew I wanted to get my kind of bigger size, and that was definitely the right decision. This fits me really well. It's a mini, but it's not too mini. I'll show you clips of it on. It's comfortable to wear with flats. I don't know if I'd wear it with heels, but that's just my personal preference. But it's kind of like a mid-thigh length, so it's fine. It's not too short. I do find sometimes Sezane minis come up way too short for my personal preference, but this is not one of them. Especially if you get it in a slightly more generous size. So I went sort of with the 12 rather than the 10, partly for the kind of tight to the body aspect of it, but also because of the length. I didn't want it to come up too short. So yeah, I bought this new from Sezane. This was part of their summer 2022 collection. They may bring it back. It might actually already be on sale, I'm not sure. But denim pieces tend to be pieces that they keep around for a good few years. So if you like it, there is a good chance it will still be available. So like I said, check the links down below. Should we go with my other denim dress? Because I do have another one. So this is like my autumn winter version. This is one that I wear with tights and boots, and that's one I wear with sandals. I don't know why, I just think this one looks better with tights and boots and that one looks better with sandals. This one is much looser, so this is more of like a baby doll style dress with this frilly collar, which is quite reminiscent of the Chloe blouse. So it has this all the way up to the neck, and then it's a simple sort of baby, would you call this a baby doll? I don't know, but it's quite loose. I do often belt it to make it a little bit more flattering, but sometimes if I want it to be more comfortable, I will just wear it loose, and I do also like the look of it that way. This one is the Sybil dress, if I didn't mention first, and it's quite simple. It's not got too much going on other than the frill, but I really love it, and I've worn it quite a lot this winter, as I said, with tights, boots, a big coat. I think it looks really nice, and it's a good way to wear denim that isn't jeans, and it's a good way to wear a dress in the winter and still be quite warm, because obviously it's denim, it is quite thick. This one I also bought in January. No, I bought in December. Yeah, I bought this in December last year. I did buy quite a lot in December last year. So this is one of those items, and absolutely love it. I've been wearing it loads. Will continue to wear it into spring. I will probably put it away for summer, because obviously it's a bit heavy for summer being long sleeved, and then bring it back out in the autumn. But one I would definitely recommend if you can get your hands on it, either second hand or new. Two more dresses. So I have this one here, which is, I have no idea what it's called. I'll leave it on screen because I just can't remember the name of this off the top of my head. This is beautiful. It's so pretty. It's got some lovely details. These sleeves or these cuffs are gorgeous. It's another one that has a frill collar, so again reminiscent of the Chloe shirt. Very Sezane. You can do it right up to the neck and have it quite high, or you can have it more casual and leave it a little bit more open. It's also got these pleats here, which I really like as well. It's another mini, so it's quite a conservative mini. I would say it's lower mid thigh, so it's nice to wear with tights, but you could wear this with bare legs as well. I think the colour again makes it more appropriate for autumn and winter. I wore this would be a great Christmas dress. I wore this on my birthday in January with some brown boots and a brown coat, and it just looks really nice and really, quite festive colour. So I wouldn't necessarily wear this in spring summer, but you definitely could. And yeah, I really like it. It is polyester. Oh, is it viscose? Let me check. I can't remember. It is polyester, so the outside layer is polyester, which I don't love, but the lining, which is the bit that's closest to your body, is actually viscose, so you're not going to necessarily sweat in it because it's all fully lined in viscose. So that's quite nice, but I do wish it was not polyester, but what can you do? Yeah, it's a beautiful dress. I really love it. As I said, it'll probably go away for spring and summer, and then I'll get it back out in autumn. Yeah, it's the only thing I own in this like bottle green colour, and I would definitely like some more clothes in this colour because I do think it's another colour that suits me quite well. I think this is a colour that looks so good on brown hair, but looks equally amazing on blonde hair as well. It's just something about it that looks really good on everyone. I got this in a size 38, and I would say this runs pretty true to size. Okay, last dress is this one here. I also can't remember the name of this one. I don't know what's happening to me today. Usually I'm really good at remembering things. I think it's the Estella dress, actually. Pretty sure it's the Estella dress. This one I got in about February this year, so it's one of my more recent purchases, and I absolutely love it. It's just gorgeous. They do this in a mini dress version and in this, which is a midi. I like both actually. I think they're both really pretty. I went with the midi just because I thought it's a little bit more versatile. I like to wear a midi dress with boots in the winter and then with sandals or flats in the summer, and I think this will transition really nice through all seasons, a little bit more than the mini would. So yeah, I really love it. It's viscose, it's fully lined, at least on the bottom half. Yeah, it's actually fully lined at the top as well. The only bits that aren't lined are the sleeves. So it's a really good quality. I just think the black is really timeless. I love a black and white floral. I think it is so chic in the summer, but so appropriate for winter as well. And it's just one that I've really enjoyed wearing. You can really dress it up for a special occasion, but equally you can wear it really casually as well. Mine is in a 38, so my usual size, and I would say this fits fine, it fits well, but it is a little bit more snug on sort of the hips, waist area. So you might want to go up a size, but I actually think you'd be fine with your true size. If I can fit into a 38, I think you can fit into your regular size. But yeah, it's not one that's really loose. It's definitely one that is a little bit more, it's not tight, but it's a little bit more form-fitting through the body, and then it kind of flares out towards the bottom, which I actually really like. I think it means it doesn't need a belt. You can belt it, and I do belt it sometimes, but it doesn't need it because it is already quite figure-hugging. One I would definitely recommend if it's still in stock, which I think it is. So I just think you can't go wrong with a black dress like this, can you? A floral black dress is always a winner in my books. So we've made it through knitwear, blouses and dresses and the skirt. I don't have any trousers or shorts actually from Sezane currently. So I'm going to move on to coats. I have 4 coats. I have the Scott Trench, which is another one that was in my Heroes video, one you'll have seen quite a bit. Finally, I feel like it's warm enough for me to wear this, so I have been wearing this quite a lot over the last week or so. I think I'm going to put my wool coats away very soon, which is quite exciting as much as I love them. And yeah, I love the Scott Trench. It's a perfect trench in my opinion, whether you get it in the khaki or the beige or the navy. I think you're going to love it. It actually would look really good with my outfit today, with the cream jeans, the navy, and then this khaki trench over the top, the brown bag. That will probably be what I wear today when I go outside, and yeah, I just love it. I think everyone could do with this in their wardrobe, and if you're looking for a trench coat, I honestly don't think you'll find a better one for the price or even for more expensive. I think it's really fairly priced. I think it's beautiful. If you would like to see my full review of it, I do have a video reviewing the coat, so I'll leave it linked. But yeah, just absolutely love it. Mine is in a size 38 and I got it brand new from the Sezane website, and I would buy it again if it got lost in a fire or I damaged it. I would buy it again in a heartbeat because it's one of my favourite pieces from them. Oh, two coats to show you, my two Mederics. If you watch my channel, you'll have seen these many a time, so I won't spend too long on them. I've got the navy one and I've got the vintage blue. Absolutely love them. If you're looking for a wool coat, which you probably aren't at the end of March, but if you are, if you live in Australia, then I would highly recommend these wool coats. They're gorgeous, and I just think you can't go wrong. And as much as I do want to put these away because I'm sick of winter, I have loved wearing these throughout autumn and winter. So would highly recommend the Mederic to anyone who is looking for a good quality, mid-priced, 100% wool, long line wrap coat. They're perfect. Would highly recommend. Final coat I have in my collection is this one. This one I can't remember the name of because I bought this second hand and it's old season, so you can't currently buy it. I think it's the Isae coat off the top of my head. It's basically a cream teddy coat with some cute buttons on it, these little buttons here. This is one, as I said, I bought because it was an absolute steal on Vinted. I bought it second hand and it was probably about a quarter of the price it was brand new, and it was, I don't think it was worn at all, or it was just worn a couple of times. It was in perfect condition. It's got a lovely pink dotty lining, and yeah, I do like this. I don't wear this as much as my wool coats or my trench coat just because those are a little bit more timeless, a little bit more classic. But if I want something shorter for whatever reason, or I just want something a little bit more fun, a little bit different, maybe I want to add a different texture to my outfit, then this is a good option to have as well. And this can kind of see me through early spring, early autumn before it gets too warm or too cold. So yeah, so that's my fourth and final piece of outerwear in my Sezane collection. Shall we move on to shoes? I have 3 pairs of Sezane shoes, so not that many actually, but I actually really love all 3. So I will show you those now. First up, we have my favourites. These are the Vicky loafers. These were also in my Sezane Heroes video. So again, I won't go on about them too much because you've probably heard me waffle on about these, but I love them. If you weren't aware, I love them. Perfect loafer. I actually think I'll wear these with my outfit today. I think these go perfectly with denim, trousers, perfect spring shoe, and I can't recommend these enough. They're so comfortable. They're the most comfortable loafers I've ever bought. They're so soft, and I love all the different colours they come in as well. If you're not looking for a black pair, you want a brown pair, white pair, red pair, they're all really gorgeous. So yeah, I would highly recommend the Vicky loafers. They run a little bit big, so I would say go half a size down. If you're between sizes, go for the smaller one. Or if you're not, I would potentially order 2 sizes. Order your regular and then 1 size down and figure out which one is best, because I've heard different things from different people. I think they run about half a size big, but some people think they run true to size and some people think they run a whole size big. So yeah, you might want to order a couple of pairs to make sure, but once you get the right fit, they are super comfortable. So yes, would highly recommend. Next up, we have my Pippa boots. So these are a pair of quite actually high boots for me, a mid-heel in a brown caramel suede. I bought these in about November for winter, and I have worn them quite a lot. I probably haven't worn them as much as my knee-high boots from Duo Boots just because I'm in love with those, but these are really good when I don't want a knee option, I just want a shorter option. I will say they're comfortable. They didn't require any wearing in, but they're a little bit hard to walk in. I got these in a 6, which is the bigger end of my size range. I'm usually a 5 to 6, and I'm glad I got them in the 6. I usually do size up in boots because I find, you want to wear chunky socks with them and things like that. So I don't think they're too big, but they're almost, I don't know what it is about them, but they're like a little bit hard to walk in. I don't know if it's because I'm just not used to as high of a heel as this. It's not even that high, but usually I wear flats, so I don't know, but something about them just kind of, I don't know, they're just like a little bit hard to walk in. But other than that, if you're not going to be walking like loads, they're absolutely fine. And I do really like the quality of them. I think the actual build of them is beautiful. They've got the rubber sole. They're just really nicely made. All the stitching is really neat, and I love suede, especially for autumn winter. I just love the texture that it brings, and I much prefer it actually to a leather boot, which is why I do tend to go for suede, even though it is a little bit more impractical. So yes, would definitely recommend these. I know they come in black as well, a black suede, and I would say that they run half a size small, so I would say go up to your bigger size if you're between sizes. Last up we have a pair of sandals. I bought these last summer, and they're looking a little bit worse for wear, so I'm not going to hold them up too close to the camera. But these are the Ella flat low sandals, I think they're called. So they're just a 100% leather sandal. They've got a leather base. It's very flat, I will say that. And then they've got this strap detail here. I wore these absolutely loads on holiday and in the UK in the summer, and I do really like them, and I will continue to wear them this summer as well. I will say they're not the most comfortable because they are so, I mean, they are literally just like a flat piece of leather, so you've got no cushioning, no support really, so I wouldn't walk more than like a few miles in these. I don't think they'd be that comfortable for any longer, but they are really nice for, you know, just like casual weekends where you're not walking that much, and they're pretty. They didn't rub me or anything. I don't think they required any wearing in, so they're comfortable in that respect. It's just they're so flat that you're not going to want to wear them all day. But yeah, I do really like them. Would recommend them. I don't know if I would buy them again. They're one of the few pieces that I probably wouldn't buy again. I think maybe you could get a higher quality pair or a more comfortable pair for the same price, but they're not ones I'm going to sell. They're not ones I'm going to pass on. I'm still going to wear these this summer. Just be cautious about the days that I choose to wear them on. Okay, we've done all the clothes, we've done all the shoes, so all we have left now are the accessories, and I definitely need to take a drink because I've been talking for half an hour now. So as I said, one of the accessories I have is this mug, but I've already showed you that, so let me get the rest. So I have accumulated a few different bits and bobs from Sezane. Some of these were actually free gifts. I find in December particularly they send a lot of really good gifts with purchase, so it's definitely a good time. I think that's why I bought so many items in December, because they were giving away some amazing bits. So the first one is the Sezane perfume. So I got this, as I said, completely free with another purchase, and it was a very kind gift with purchase from them. I've wanted to try their perfume for ages because I've always heard people say really good things about it, and I kind of knew what it was going to smell like because it's the same smell that their boxes, their packages often smell of, so I knew I was going to like it. It's very floral. If you've smelled a Sezane package before, you'll know the scent. It's quite strong, it's quite floral, but I don't feel like it lasts that well. It is eau de toilette rather than a parfum, so that's probably why, but it's a lovely perfume. It is light, despite being strong and floral. It's not too heavy, so yeah, it's a really pretty bottle as well. I absolutely love this version of the bottle. I don't know if they gave away different versions, but this is my favourite one, and I'm lucky that I got this one. It does come in a few different varieties, and I think it is a very pretty perfume. And if you do like it, unfortunately, obviously, you can't get it free all the time, but it's not that unreasonable to buy as well. It's only about £45, which for I think it's 100ml eau de toilette is actually not that bad. So I would recommend it if you're looking for a new perfume and you'd like to treat yourself. It is a lovely one. I do have some other sort of bits and bobs that they've gifted me over the years. I got this little pouch on my birthday. I'm not going to lie, when they put this in my parcel, because it was my birthday, so it was an order I must have placed in January, I was kind of hoping there'd be something in it. I was like, oh, if they give me a pair of earrings or something, but no, it is literally just the pouch, which is still lovely, but you know, I don't know really what to use it as. It's like a little wallet, I guess, and it is quite cute. It's very simple, but it does almost look like it should contain something. But it would be good for transporting earrings, transporting jewellery, or just coins, if you're travelling or something like that. So yeah, not something I would buy myself, but very happy to have it gifted for free. I also got this as a free gift as well. This was actually when my boyfriend bought me a few bits for Christmas, and the pieces I mentioned were gifts. This came free with that. I was a little bit disappointed actually, because it was, I think when he ordered it, it was meant to be the day they were giving away a pair of tights for free, which I think I'd rather have had some like spotty tights than this thing, just because I don't really have a use for this. As pretty as it is, I have so many of these little travel bags that I don't really need anymore, but I'm not going to complain. It is really beautiful, and yeah, I'm sure I'll find a use for it one day. And then the last little pouch I have is one of their jewellery holders actually, and this was a gift from my friend for Christmas 2021. So this is just a jewellery holder for travelling, so I use this when I go on a holiday. Oh, I've just found some pillow spray in here and some stress check roll-on, which I could do with after filming this video actually. But this is a really lovely little pouch. So you've got the holes for earrings here, you could put hoops here, and then it's just got like a drawstring pouch where you can put a couple of necklaces and bracelets and stuff like that. So yeah, I always use this when I go on holiday, and it's a very kind gift from my friend, as I said. They do sell these for about, I think they're about £20, so nice little thing. Good gift if you know someone who likes Sezane and you want to get them a little treat. They always do them in different colours, different patterns, things like that, and they do sometimes give them away free as a gift with purchase if you're lucky. So yes, that's another thing. Okay, final bits. We're almost there, I promise. Scarf. So this is the one scarf that I have from Sezane. This is another thing that they gave away as a free gift with purchase, although I paid for mine, so I bought it on a different day. I think I bought it before they gave it away as a free gift, but if you got this free, you were very lucky. I absolutely love it though. It was called the Seraphine scarf. I don't actually think it's available anymore, unfortunately. Obviously it's coming out of winter now, so you probably won't want it, but it was really gorgeous. I just think it sold out, and they did it in quite a few different colours. I got mine in this burgundy shade, and it's beautiful. I really love it. It's 100% wool. I think it's 100% wool. Yes, it's 100% wool. It's not itchy at all actually. It's really soft wool, so that's really nice. And yeah, I wore this loads. I haven't worn it recently because it's not quite scarf weather anymore, luckily. But yes, that'll be a scarf that I continue to have in my wardrobe. I have two tote bags, so I have two of the See New York tote bags. Obviously I did review most of the See New York collaboration on my channel, so I did receive both of the tote bags in the end. This is the first one. This was the first one I got with my first order. It's got the Sezane See New York little logo on it. These are so useful actually. They're a really good size. They're not massive, but they're quite big. So I take these to the shops and things like that, and it's just good to have tote bags to kind of fold up into a leather bag, so you've got some additional storage if you buy something. And then I also got the other pattern. I don't know which one I prefer actually. Maybe this one? I don't know. I like them both. This one's a lighter purple, similar little tag, and yeah, slightly different pattern. So I was pleased I managed to get both of these because yeah, they're actually really nice and they're really handy. So I've got two of those, and then the final item I have to show you is a belt. This is the only Sezane belt I currently own. I have tried a couple, and I would really like some more actually. I'd really love the Gaia belt. I think I mentioned it in my Heroes video. The Gaia belt is definitely something on my wish list and something I hope to add later on in the year. But for now I just have this one, which is the Jones belt in this jacquard print. I really like this for wearing with dresses, so it's not something I wear on my hips. I wear it more on my waist as like a dress, a belt to cinch dresses in. So with a denim dress or that green dress I showed you, I can wear this, and I do really like the pattern on this. It is really pretty. I know not everyone is a fan of it. Some people say it looks like curtains, but I personally love that look. So yeah, I really like it, and I got mine in a size 80. That is the belt, and that one is, I believe, still available. They do have it in a few different versions, like a plain leather version, a black version as well, and it is a really good belt. But as I said, I'd love to have the Gaia belt one day as well. And that is it. That is my entire Sezane collection. I really hope I didn't forget anything, because I'm looking around my room. I don't think there's anything up in my attic in storage. I think everything is down here. So I believe this is everything I own from Sezane, but if I do find anything before I edit this, then I'll let you know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my items. I know some people wanted to see this video just to see what I've kept over the years. It's always interesting to me to see what people keep and what people think of items sort of a year, 2, 3 years after they bought them. Do they like them as much as they did initially? For most of my items, I'd say the answer is yes. I love all of them. There are a couple where, as I said, I wish I'd got a smaller size, or they're a little bit itchier than I hoped they'd be. But other than that, I would say most of Sezane's items do hold up really well as long as you do take care of them. Please do give this video a like if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel because it has taken me quite a while to prep, film and edit this video. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed seeing my full collection. I'll also do a video shopping the new collection very soon, probably next week, so stay tuned for that one as well. Other than that, make sure to leave me a comment down below saying which items you liked, which items are in your collection. Just chat to me generally in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.